He needed, half a yard, and that's what I did.
Obviously try and push him down the line, but if he comes off on his left foot, you've got to block the shot.
I know I will not be offside on this line because I'm watching him, so I know where he is.
Welcome to a special edition of Box to Box powered by HCL. Delighted to say Bruno Fernandes has joined me by the touchscreen. And Bruno, we're going to take a look at your hat-trick against Leeds on the opening day of the season. How was that to score a hat-trick, especially in the first day of the season?
Oh, it's always special, He's scoring a hat-trick. Scoring a goal is always special. Obviously, first game of the season, big game for us, big game for the fans. Having the chance to make a hat-trick is difficult or impossible to describe that feeling. So I will try to explain how the goals, how was the goals, but it's difficult to explain everything on point because describe the moment is impossible, but explaining the goals will be a little bit easier.
Well, Bruno, you said about explaining the goals. Let's do that now and have a look at the first one that you scored against Leeds United on that day. It starts here with Scott McTominay picking up the ball, and we just have a look at you here, just behind the defender, on the move, ready to make that run. Now, Scott could have probably passed the ball there. In the end, he decides to go to Paul, but you continue your run. Is that something you're always thinking of when you're in that position?
No, basically, if you see from the beginning, when Scott gets on the ball, if you go back a little bit, when we recover the ball, I'm trying to get the space there, and in the moment Scott control it and turn. If you go just a little bit, sorry, and now you stop. I was moving to this side, but when I just put my head over, I saw the space over here, and Mason was dropping. So basically, when the ball gets to Paul, I know many chances Paul will do this pass on first touch to me. I know he will see this kind of passes, so that's why I make the move, because we know also Leeds marks man to man, and so when these spaces appear, if your man is not right on you, you get the timing right. You can go on goal with freedom, because if you see it, the space was so big because the movement from Mason and Paul coming inside is what makes the space big for me. And obviously the pass from Scott, you say you could probably go straight, but that pass from Scott break their lines, because also the movement from Paul coming inside and Mason going outside change a little bit the marks from them, because a man-to-man marking is difficult when this kind of change coming on, and so Paul gets the time, and I know he can beat me on the first touch over there, and that's why I keep my running.
So once you've broken the lines and you've got him behind, the first touch is quite important, isn't it, to get across the defender, and now you're in this position here. Do you know exactly what type of finish you're going to do? Because it was a hard finish and it went underneath the goalkeeper.
So the first touch has to be, most part of the times, basically if you are in the position where you can cut the defender, it's important because they don't want to make a penalty, they don't want to make a foul, because they can be sent off. In this case was just penalty and yellow card, but of course they don't want to give a penalty away. And you go in front of him, and after the finish was just trying to go lower on the front post. I knew it the keeper will give a little bit more space over there, because he was running from the side, so basically he cannot keep everything close. So I tried to go under on the first post. He get it a little bit with the leg, but luckily the ball went in.
So Bruno there taking us through goal number one. What about goal number two? Let's have a look now. And as we can see, this starts from United winning possession back. Here's Fred, and this time, Bruno, you come from a more wide position and you go into this area and you actually curve your run. So you come back in towards the defender and then away, and once again it's Paul who's putting you through.
So basically this was a press from us. I get to press the centre back on the side. They made a mistake, so I was wider. When the ball gets to Fred, Fred turns and hits Paul. I know Paul in that kind of position, with the freedom he gets on that time, he will turn. As you can see, I go to press the defender. So basically here the man-to-man mark from the Leeds is not anymore going on. Fred recovered the ball. Paul, with his freedom, he will turn, and I know it. The defender is pinned by the movement from Mason, And there I did a curve before I get the space because I don't want to get offside. So I'm watching my defender on here, and if you go with like, if you watch from just, yeah, if you watch from here, I know I will not be offside on this line because I'm watching him. So I know where he is. My line is in the same line as him, and so I'm cutting off. At the moment I see Paul will pass the ball, I start running, and once again I try to go in front of the defender to don't get in any space. The space was really small, so I try to fake shot. The defender goes away.
Yeah, you
Keeper.
can see, look,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of Leeds players in
Yeah.
your way. Did you see that gap there, or was that something you anticipated was going to happen?
When I cut the ball, I saw the keeper on the ground, and so when you see that kind of space over there, you have to try to shoot. And once again, when you go lower from that position, normally the defender has to try to block the ball or try to block the ball was coming a little bit higher than normal, and that's what the left back tried to do, but the ball goes under his feet, and luckily they get no time to take the ball away from the goal.
This is a nice fake shot.
Yeah.
Did you know straight away that the ball had gone over the line?
Yeah, I saw it straight away. I was saying the referee to watch, to see the watch, because I knew it, the ball was going in. But again, as you see, good recover from us, a straight pass forward, a player returns. You have to give that kind of movements to that player. Give him a chance to pass the ball. Give him a chance to have. Also, if I don't get the ball, I know I will make space for someone else. So you have to do that kind of run. So you create spaces, or you can go in.
Time now to look at the third and final goal Bruno scored against Leeds. This was the one that allowed him to take home the match ball. So let's go over it here. And it's a move which starts from deep for Manchester United. Victor Lindelof in possession here. And once more, if we highlight you here, Bruno, in this position, this is something you look to do again, like we mentioned before, breaking through those lines.
So basically, on this game is really particular because, you know, the way Leeds press is a little bit different. I knew it. The midfielder will be man to man with me, and I know at the same time Victor has the quality to go behind with the ball. So with Mason in this position, I just try to create the space to him to drop. He understands that space, he will drop, and at the same moment, as you see, they don't know who is marking Mason between them, because they always have one man free normally, and one is marking. At that moment, they don't know who is marking. And once again, if you see, I'm doing this movement, but I will make a round. I will make this curve to don't get in offside. But with the new rules, I was lucky because now the rules, if the line of the offensive one is touching with the defensive one, is on line, is on side. But once again, is creating spaces for each other. But at the same time, I try to create a space for Mason, where he didn't get the space. He didn't get the space he wants here, as you see, because the space was so big for Mason to drop in. But the fact Mason keeps in this position makes this one goes with him and makes this one make a decision where, like, should I go with Mason or should I stay and cover the space? But that time of decision make him gone away, and after he just I hope the ball was perfect, so I get the time to wait for the bounce, watch the keeper, and understanding the moment where the space between me and the keeper was a little bit bigger, because as you see, I'm watching him and trying to see if he's coming off his line at full power or just waiting for me to shoot. And the ball from Victor honestly was perfect. The bounce, the curve, everything was perfect, and after the finish was really nice.
This is your touch map from the game. 3 touches inside the box. 3 goals. It's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad. But a lot of touches as well, not just in the midfield region, but a couple out here towards the right-hand side as well. It just shows how involved you were in that game. You quite enjoyed that game, didn't you?
Oh, of course you enjoyed that game. And obviously for me, that game was more to create space for others. As I said before, they play a man-man marking. So you have to move around to create spaces, to make the spaces bigger in the middle of the pitch. And that's, we could say that was perfect for us, because fit on our way to play, and then at the end of the game you can watch and say was everything perfect, because the result and everything. Of course we should do a little bit better because we concede a goal, and we don't want to concede goals, but that's the way it is. Leeds is a good team, so we have to respect also that. But at the same time, I think we did really well.
Well, that's it for another special episode of Box to Box powered by HCL. Great to have you with us, Bruno. Just before you go, that's your first Manchester United hat-trick. I suppose you're hoping for a few more.
Yeah, of course. You always want to score. You always want to do better and better. So that's me. That's what I want. I will try to keep doing and trying to score more goals, and if it's possible, more hat-tricks, and get more balls to my little kids so they can play with that.
He's getting kick around in the garden with that match ball. That's it for Box to Box. Don't forget you can check more episodes out on the official Manchester United app, which is powered by HCL.